So basically what so we go for is iframes. Basically, these iframes contains what? Basically, it contains default content frame. These are all the different frame, the web page. So this is a one frame. This is another frame. This is another. So how do we work on these frames? So basically, by using a switch to method, we have a frame, and with a different way, we can connect. We can switch to one frame to another frame by using a frame name, by using web element, by using an index. If you want to connect with the default content means again, if you are somewhere you are switching with the different frames at the last moment, if you want to be go for a main page. In that case, the direct method in the Selenium, that is default content is a method. By using this default content method, we switch to our main frame. So basically, the frames are handling with the things like what? Uh, by using a iframe tag. Basically, it contains iframe tags. By those using iframe tags, we are going to be using these iframes. So let's see here. I'm taking one example. I'm taking one example. So here the example is what? By using, let me already I created classes related with the iframes. So I have a script to see here. Uh, this is a basic. Yesterday we are working on this. So when I go to this iframe, go to this frame, this is the URL. So first we are clicking here, then we are switching with this nested and sending the data. This is the a test case. We are sending the data within the nested iframes. So here I'm using a posting. We are switching with the iframe tag. So this tag basically it contains this tag. Basically it contains switching this frame. Let me inspect and I will show you. Oh, see here, it is already switched. So when I say this, it is switching that one. Later, once we click on that button, this form will be turning with this iframe. It is showing a iframe. These iframes, we are going to be switching with outer frame. Outer frame in the sense, this is an outer frame. So after to connecting with this, clicking on this, switching with this outer frame. Next, we are click on switching with the inner frame. Inner frame is what? This one is an inner frame. Within this inner frame, I have one input field. So here in this input field, I need to be sent some text. So that is the XPath for input text, and we are sending the data. Let me run this application. These things here, I need to be send it. Right click, run as Java application. This it is sending the data to the frame. So this is the one example. We are how do we switch with one frame to another frame. So next one is by using some same thing with then multiple frames. If you are clicking on that it is going to be same thing. Let me rerun this application. So this is connecting with the default. This is switching with default also. Next to this is what how many iframes are present in your uh, this application. Let me go to this URL. here. So those iframes I need to be counted. This is applications. We need to be get how many iframes are there. What is the tag name? Tag name is an iframe. Now I want to be verify. Let me right click, inspect. Now go to area. Just I can say iframe. Total these many iframe tags are there, right? These are all the iframe tags, right? So these tags, how many frames are present in the in this web page? I want to be found. Just what I need to do. I need to write find by driver dot find elements because it will returns a number of tags. Means a list of tag it is returning. So that's what it is return type is what list of web element. When I get the list, you know how do we find the size. So this list by using the size method, we are going to be find the number of by using those tags. We are switching with by ID or a index. And now we are getting the page source. Already you know the page source method. It will get all the page data. This backend data, it will be returned. That is the main use of what? Page source tag. And later I'm giving some intervals. Later I'm switching with the default contents and quitting the browser. Let me rerun this program. Let me go to here. So this is what page source we are getting. This one because we are getting a page source, and also I am getting what I need to be get the number of tags, number of tags, number of the pages, and switching with the frame. Later I am getting with this one. This is a one of the example for what? How do we switch to default content, get the page source, switching with the index, and how many iframe tags are present in the web page. This is also one of the interview question. They may ask you, how do you find number of iframes in your web page? By using driver.finds element with the tag name iframe, as we are getting, right? I told you earlier in that how many links are present in your web page. So how do we do that? By dot tag name is a anchor tag. But here if you want to find a number of iframes, so by using tag name is iframe. So always remember when you use the find elements, when you say find elements, always it will be the return type is list of web element. Okay, by using these things, we are getting the size of the means how many uh, iframes tags are present in the web page we are going to be finding. Next, the page source, as I told you, it will get the complete page data, background data, it will be printed. Now, switch to default means we are revert back to our main frame. In that case, we should go for what? Default content. Next, one more example. This is the example, just we are sending the data for the input. So here, by index directly I'm using. See, this is the uh, URL where we are fixing with the by index. Okay, so this is an one of the URL. This is what our frame. You inspect, you will get the element. By using this directly, we are switching with an index because already know how do we get a different number of frames are present in this application. Let me run this. Okay. So this is what the one of the frame. It is clicking and you are getting the frame. Now Next example, this is what the same thing, but we are switching with a different element and that ID by using a ID. So we are getting a get text. Text is what? The text is an this one. This is an sample page. This is a text which is present in your iframe tag. Okay, this is iframe where we are having a text. That text I need to be get it by using get text method. Just I am going with this and print the get text method. Right click, run as Java application. Should get the text which is present in your iframe tag. Page. Yes, I'm getting this page sample. This text we are getting from your frames. Next up, by using switching by web element. By ID, we are going to be switching. This is an ID. Okay. This ID we are getting from this web element. Let me right click, inspect. By using iframe ID, we are going to be switching. Let me rerun once. This is an ID where we are going to be switching it. Right click, new Java application. Click run as Java. Coding. Some application it will taking a page. Okay. So it is what? Clicking a page. If this ID is different, then we will get no such element. If you want to search this ID, let me copy this then the iframe ID it is. By using this ID, we are going to be switching the frame. Okay. There is a frame below frame is there. Those frames it is going to be taking. Okay. That is the by using an ID, we are going to be switching an element. Or you can say by using a web element, we are going to be switching our locator. So this is what the main page where we are going to be switching with an ID. Okay. Switching main window. Once it will be get back to default, it should be get what? Switching the main window. Let me rerun this application. Switching main window. By using a default content, we are going to be switching main window. Keep in mind, this is a very important topic while you are for the interview perspective also you are working also. So in how many ways we can switch the window frames. So how do you switch the frame? By using by using what? Switch to method. Okay, by using a switch to method, we are connecting or we are switching from one frame to another. How do you revert back to your main page than by using a default content? Please go through these things. If you have any queries, let me know. Okay, next. Next is a browser windows. So this is also very one of the very important interview perspective question. So see here. So there are basically two things. One is an get window handle. Another one is what? Get window handles. Get window handle, what it will do, it will tackle or it will work with the only a single window. It deals with only a single window. Then I should use a method get window. Sorry, get window handle. Command which is used to tackle with the situation when they have a more than one window to deal with. The command help us to switch newly opened window and perform some actions on the new window. And we should go for get window handle. The user can also switch back to previous window if if it is desired. Okay. So how do we handle? By using driver.get window handle method. What it will return? It always will return what? It will return a string of value. Get window handle, always it will return a single, single, or you can say a string data. How do we handle with? By using get window handle. When you call this method, it will return the Windows name. Then you can switch by using the switch to method with the window, and you can pass that object to your driver. Okay, so here driver dot switch to dot window handle. This method you should be used for a single window. If you are handling multiple windows, let's say if you have working with more than two windows, then you should be use which method? Get window handles. Keep in mind, get window handles always it will return a set of values. Get window handle always it will return a string value. This is one of the major difference between what browser windows. Get window handle, what it will do, it will always return a single, or you can say it's a string data. And browser get window handle only it will perform a single operation for the window. If you are working with multiple windows, if you are working with the multiple windows, in that case you should use which method? Get window handles. What it will return? The get window handles always it will return a set of string, or we can say set of value it will be returned. But these two are very important as per your interview perspective. Also, if you are working on the different window operations, simply we can say if you are working with a single window, then you should use with driver dot. Sorry, you can say driver dot get window handle. If you are working with a number of windows, then you can use driver dot get window handles. Get window handle it will return string of value. In get window handles it will return a set of values. Okay. Let me go to example. Already I created window browser commands. It's not okay. Com dot window handles. So this is one of the simple example. How do we get a Windows? Let me open this URL and I will show you. When I click on, it will open a new tab. Now, if I new tab, it is with the same page, it is opening one more tab. If you new message, this is a different window. This is one window. This is a new tab, it will open. So the new tab means it will, when you say new tab, it will create one more. A tab is open on your current web page. If you are saying a new window with the same web page, we are getting one more web page. When you say get window message, so this is a window message. Okay, so these operations we are going to be working. See here, there is a button called window button. Using this ID, I'm going to be clicking. Let me go to here. Leave it. Inspect. Okay. There is a window button. Yes. These buttons we need to be work on it. Now here I'm getting some ID sample building ID of your when you open that tag you are going to be that window we are going to be getting a value. Right click new Java application. It is loading. Time it is taking our time. Take some time to load the page. Loading it still. Right. It is one. Such it was such relevant exception. Right. Taken to this. Rerun once. It is not so the export this. Okay. Thank you. My name is H1. 8 years. Right. I need to change text path. Here I can pass the this rerun the application in this Java application. Can we switch select so favor favor on frame there. I think there is no frame right. I think the window. What we need to do. Driver dot get window handle. First we need how many windows we are getting. Let me since it will be open. Create one variable. Try to print this. this value is getting or not. Yes. I'm looking the window ID. By using this window ID, what I need to do, I need to be switch it. How do we switch? Driver dot to dot to window. I'm going to be pass it. Whether is it switch or not. Let me try this code now. Okay, let me go for child window. The button we are clicking, we are iterating the windows video set of window handles. Iterate and ignore by adding run this. Okay. So it will be used here. Save it, rerun the application. Windows open. Alright. So here in the window handles, what happened? It will return a list of window IDs. That ID I am going to be iterating. The previous example I showed you here, some ID I am getting. By those IDs, a list in the form of set it is returning. By using this set, I am going to be iterating. So once this child window, okay, the child window means whenever we get a one window, that window I am verifying with the main window handle. This is the get window handle. This is the main window handle equals in our case with your child means these two are not equal, then you can switch to child window. If these are not, if these are equals, we cannot be do it. Means we have a two windows. One is a main window, another window is a child window. Okay. So when I say window handle, it will return only a single value. When I say get window handles, then it will return a set of windows. So here I'm going to be iterating means we are looping that IDs by using this iterator. So here I'm checking whether the child window is equal to the main window. If it is equal, it will not be switched. If not equal, it will be switched to child window and getting the ID from this child window. From this child window, we are going to be calling this message. Okay, this is the simple logic, guys. What we need to do, first I need to create one window handle. After this, we have a set window handles. By set of window handles, we are going to be iterating the values iteration by using a iterator. By using while loop, we are verifying if both are same. We cannot do any operation if it is a different, because when you run with, you will get two types of window. So those window ID must be different. Then only we can switch it. Once it will be switched, I will take ID for that text value, this value. Okay, this value I am taking. This ID already I shown you. When you will inspect, you will get an ID is sample heading. Here also we are writing sample heading, and that sample heading ID we are going to be calling it, right? When I mouse over on it, is showing this data. I'm going to be accessing and printing the value. This is an example. How do we switch to child window? I try to be handle the child window. It is not the proper data. We can delete. So this is multiple windows. So there is a window button, message window. Both we are clicking. Yes, in the both window we are clicking. It will be two different windows. Those things also we are having a same thing. Two is everything is same. Now say wait just again. Minimize factor once the browser is launched. Wait, later I can maximize. Rerun once. Those tags are open. Two different tags are open and closed. These are all the ID for main window. This ID is for child window. We will return set of values, and those we are going to be switch and close. Switch and close the windows. So two windows are closed, two windows are open. Switching two window and closing those two windows by using file as next. So this is the example. We are get back to your main window. Okay, once you click on the window button, it will be open a new window. Later, I am switching with my main window. Once it will be switched, you look at dot switch to main window. Okay, rerun this. All it is. Here you should be remember the logic. So what you need to do, you should be before switching the window, you should be get that window handle with the string and a list of strings. Again, the list is going to be iterating using has next. When I say next, only the single element it will come and it will be stored into the child window. I am verifying whether the main window is equals to child window. If it is equals, we can't do anything. If not equals, then we are switching with this child window. And then we are getting a heading of that text. Later, I am going to be closing the child window. I'm not closing uh, parent window, because once the child window is open, first I need to close this child window, then I'm switching with the main window. When I say the main window, it will get back to your parent window. Okay, this is the simple logic. You're going to be work on it. Okay, these three programs are very important. Please work on these things. This is also one of the interview questions. Simple, guys. If you want to check the child window, you should be verify parent and child and connect with that. Same thing if you are go for parent, switching with the window with the parent ID. Everything is working on a IDs. These two statements are very important when you are working on a window handling mechanism. Okay, this is a very important. Okay, call tomorrow.